E2 Brute. Hello and welcome to Do It. I am Anders, and here at Do It, we know that you could spend your time on the interwebs any way you choose. And we're so glad you chose to spend it with us because today we are talking about a few of my favorite 3D prints. So I'm actually going to use this phone mount a little differently than was originally intended by the designer. But one of the things that makes it so fascinating and intensely satisfying for me is when I can take something off a print bed and it fits together so beautifully. Oh man, that is just such a cool feeling. So I wanted to take it the extra step and mask off those important parts and then take it over to our ultra high-tech patent pending spray booth. So I thought I needed So I 3D printed off an additional piece from Thingiverse that was just a phone holder for me, and I took some good old CA glue from Bob Smith Industries and tacked it on to the end, and it's been working great. So I really like this because now when I'm working in the shop and I need to film something, I can take overhead shots of what I'm doing or 3D printing at the time, and it can be hands-free and I don't have to worry about it. Let's get into the next one. So this is one of the longest 3D prints I've ever made, and it was actually the longest until I printed the third one for this video. This clocked in at over 22 hours on the 3D printer. Boy, the CR10 needed a day off after that one. Something I'm really glad I printed, I use right next to my 3D printer all the time. It's easy to just pick up and move around. Then I've got all of my tools in one central location and neatly organized. So 28 hours to print. This one was easily the longest 3D print of my short 3D printing career to date, but it was also one of the most enjoyable ones. However, I faced a mini dilemma about hour 13 or so when I came down and I found out that the filament was actually snagging on the roll, and it became really under extruded at a certain point, and I had to decide, alright, are we going to roll with this and see how it ends up turning out, or are we going to just scrap it from that point and start all over? As you can see, I decided to just roll the dice and see how it turned out, and it ends up being, though not a perfect 3D print, one of my favorite 3D prints, and I'll show you the areas of under extrusion right now. If you look right at the middle of the chest of this bust, this is the area of concern. You can see that it was just not coming out as well, and then I think that led to some abnormalities in the rest of the print, but it looks pretty beautiful, and from afar you're not going to really notice it, and I'm just using it in the shop. So if this is your first time here at Do It, we encourage you to poke around a little bit, proverbially kick the tires. We're a couple of regular guys who are interested in laser cutting, 3D printing, CNCing, woodworking, just about anything under the sun, and we've got new content coming out all of the time. If you do like what you see, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon that will give you notifications when we post new content. You can also connect with us in real time on InstaChat, Snapgram, and Chirp. And as always, thanks for watching.